Hi, seventh grade. Welcome back. It is Wednesday, November 4th. Um, Today's the beginning of our new unit, and I'm really excited about this unit because I just am. I really love this unit. Um, every year I get to teach it, and I'm really excited. So so this unit is Islam. Islam is a religion. It's the second largest religion in the world, behind Christianity. Um, But in order to understand Islam, we must understand the religions that came before Islam. And the two religions that we're going to focus on are going to be Judaism and Christianity. Right? Judaism is the oldest, then Christianity, and then Islam. Okay? I'm going to try to do a timeline here, but I won't be focusing so much on Islam right now because in order to understand Islam, you must understand the history of Judaism and Christianity, including their text, their books that they follow. We're gonna go over some vocabulary before we start. So mono means one. Monotheism means the belief in one God. Okay. During the founding of Judaism, the Jews were some of the earliest people to believe in one God. And that wasn't very popular with a lot of people, so they became persecuted. Okay, but we're not going to focus so much on that right now. We're going to focus on monotheism. Monotheism means the belief in one God. Polytheism means the belief in more than one God, so many gods, so more than one. Belief in more than one God. Okay. For example, a religion today that's polytheistic is Hinduism in India. Okay. A prophet is a person that is spoken to by God and carries out God's message. So it's a human being. It's not a saint. It's not a, no, take it back. It's not a like what does that say? Like an angel. Okay. So it is a human who carries out God's message. Okay. In Judaism, the biggest prophets are Moses, Abraham. Those are the two biggest ones. Okay. The Middle East is a region. I'll show you a map in a second. Region in it's the western part of Asia. In western part of Asia, you will need to know this because this is the location of the birth. This is the birthplace, the location where the three big religions were born: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. So the Middle East is this area here. That's the Middle East. Actually, I'll take it back. The Middle East includes much more than that. The Middle East is all of this. Okay? That's the Middle East. And this is the birthplace of many of these religions. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Okay? The Promised Land. I don't know if I'll do a good job describing what the Promised Land is, but it is modern day Israel, also known as Palestine, and that is this location right here. If I zoom in, this part right here. Okay, you can find it on the map. It's if you're in Europe, if you're in Italy, you go south, and then you go east. Okay, that is the Promised Land, and we'll talk about why it's called the Promised Land this week. The Torah, it's the text or the book that has teachings of the Jewish people. of the Jewish people. Okay. And we'll talk about again. We will be talking about that. This is also known as the Old in Christianity. Is also known as the Old Testament. Okay, Christianity. We'll talk about Christianity next week. Christianity has the Bible. Half of the Bible is the Old Testament, also known as the Torah, and the second part is the New Testament, the life of Jesus. One vocabulary word that you need to know is this angel, Angel Gabriel. He appears in all three religions. He appears important angel. He's an important angel in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Again, I'm going to avoid trying to talk about all three religions, but sometimes it's really difficult. All you need to know is that the God of the Jews, the God of Christians, and the God of in Islam, it's the same God. With Christianity, it's a little more complicated because of the role of Jesus Christ. But they all share the same God, right? These religions are very, very similar. Now, they obviously have differences, but in order to understand the similarities, we must begin at the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story. So just, grab some popcorn, get ready for this. So, and I'm going to tell it through images. So around the year 2000 BC, the year 2000 BC, so approximately 4,000 years ago, according to the Torah. Again, the Torah is the book of the Jews. There was a man that lived in the city-state of here, and one day he was spoken to by God. Now, a lot of you guys are gonna say, "Well, do you believe this?" And that's not the point, right? Because people believe in this. He was spoken to by God, and God said, "Abraham," and his name was Abram, but eventually it was changed to Abraham. He said, "Abraham, leave everything you have, leave everything you have, and go here to Canaan, and I will promise you this land. This will be your promised land. You will be fruitful, and I will protect you. All you need to do is listen to what I have to say." Right? He said, "I will bless you and bless your descendants and curse those that curse you. But you must listen. You must go from your city state to Canaan." And Abraham did. Abraham did. Okay? According to the Old Testament, to the Torah, Abraham did. Once in Canaan, I'm gonna erase this. Once in Canaan, again, Canaan is this part, the Holy Land, the Holy Land. He promised him that. Once in Canaan, according to the Torah, I keep bringing that Torah up. According to the Torah, God tested Abraham, and he said, "Abraham, you must sacrifice your firstborn to me. You must sacrifice your firstborn. And then I will know that your trust is complete in me. You must sacrifice your firstborn, Isaac." According to the Torah, his name is Isaac. Okay? Abraham has a wife, her name is Sarah, and they have Isaac. Okay, Isaac, this is Isaac right here. You must sacrifice Isaac. And Abraham says, "Yes, I will sacrifice Isaac." Okay, some of you guys might be wondering what's going on in this section and this section. We're not going to focus on this at all, but this is going to be important. Okay, so back to the story. Abraham says, "I will sacrifice Isaac." And as he is going to sacrifice Isaac, an angel appears. The angel is Angel Gabriel. because God knows, according to the Torah, God knows that Abraham is loyal and will do whatever God says. So he sends his angel to stop Abraham from sacrificing Isaac. He grabs his arm, and at the last second, he replaces the boy with a sheep, or I think it might be a ram. So that's that. Okay, so God is able to trust Abraham. So Isaac obviously grows up according to the Old Testament, the Torah. He has kids, and this is how the Jewish people are populate the Holy Land. Okay, now years, hundreds of years after that, right? Hundreds of years after that, there's a bit of an issue. So we're done with Abraham for now. We'll come back to my promise. So after so the Jews have lived in Canaan for a while. There's some issues, there's famine, they have to leave, right? And then they take off. They go to Egypt. And in Egypt, according to the Torah, I keep bringing that book, the Torah is the book of the Jews. And in Egypt, the Jews are enslaved. They're enslaved by the Pharaoh, okay? And they're slaves. For 400 years, they're slaves in Egypt, according to the Torah. After 400 years, a person is born, and his name is another famous prophet of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. His name is Moses. So around the year 1600 BCE, Moses, the prophet Moses, leads the Jews out of Egypt. He leads the Jews out of Egypt. He crosses the Red Sea right here, where, according to the Torah, he parted the Red Sea. Here, this is another map of it. Let me just make this bigger. So this is Moses escaping. This is where he parts the Red Sea. Oh, I can't write on this bad boy. He parts the Red Sea. Here he receives the 10 Commandments. And these are the rules that Jews must live by. Do not steal. Do not kill. Eventually, they make it back to the Holy Land. Okay? So, to summarize, we have Abraham as the patriarch of the Jews. Everything starts with Abraham. We have, and then we have Moses, who leads the Jews out of Egypt and into the Holy Land. Okay? So, going back to this, monotheism is the belief in one God. The Jews are one of the oldest religions that believe in monotheism, the belief in one God. Polytheism is the opposite, belief in more than one God. A prophet is a person who carries God's message. In this case, it would be Abraham, the patriarch, and Moses. The Middle East is where the religion of Judaism develops. We're focused on Judaism. The Holy Land is the Promised Land, this area right here. We have the Torah. This is the text. So after Moses leads the Jews out of Egypt, people begin to collect the teachings of Judaism and write them in a book. This book will be known as the Torah, also known as the Old Testament. Okay? And then the last one is Angel Gabriel is the angel that, according to the Torah, keeps Abraham from killing his son, because Abraham has shown that he is loyal to God. Okay? So, tomorrow, not tomorrow, so you're watching this video on Wednesday. Today, you're watching this video. There's several questions you need to answer. You also have a document that you need to work with. Both must be done. Okay? On Thursday, we're going to continue working on Judaism to reinforce these ideas of the importance of Judaism. Because what you're going to see is that we have Judaism. How do I do this? We have Judaism, from that, so here's Abraham. Actually, let me do this separately. We have Abraham. Eventually, you're going to have Christianity here. And then you're also going to have Islam. So you'll see that the person that this all trails back to is Abraham. Abraham talks to God. They all are connected, but it all starts with the prophet Abraham, the person that begins it all. Christianity and Judaism and Christianity and Islam are a like a branch of these of Judaism. Judaism is incredibly important. All these religions are really important, but without Judaism, it's hard to imagine how Christianity or Islam would develop. They might have still developed. I'm not here to judge that. But again, you have questions on this. Please take your time. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll see you guys later. Bye.